Well, look what I get to fix. Where I took the window out, which I'm changing the window pane. I found I had some water damage. So I took this is on the passenger side, took the seat out so I can get to it better. And you can see how this is. This is, I guess, just like a Luan material. Very, very thin. So you can see up here, it's good when you get back here. So I'm gonna cut this out and replace it. It's just falling apart. And you can see how it's made. You got your aluminum in there and styrofoam. That's all you got. Luan styrofoam and a thin layer of fiberglass right there. You know, all this styrofoam, that's when these RVs catch fire, that's why they go up so quick. Nothing but styrofoam. So I'm going to get started on this project, get it all tore out here and cut out, and see what I'm going to do to fix it. I ain't got a plan yet, but I'm pondering on it. My strategy number one, I want to get a nice clean straight edge. So I clamped me a square, and I used me a good utility knife, and I just scribed me a line up through there. So I'm going to see if I can't get this to peel off and have a nice clean edge to start with. I'm peeling this off, exposing the styrofoam. Come off pretty good. This is disturbing. After I tore this open, I found a whole bunch of little tiny ants in here. So I sprayed them and killed them. That's why it's wet. Don't know what, I mean, and I just parked this RV here in this location. I just saw one moving around there somewhere. I mean, it hasn't been here about a week or so. We've already got ants, so I'm gonna get out my bug spray and spray around the tires real good. Just don't understand that part. That's not a good sign. My mess, I got most of it all cut away. Fairly nice and clean, but boy, things get loose once you take that off. So, and I gotta find something that will bond good both to the styrofoam and what's left of this wood. And luckily I've got the window out, so at least I can clamp it. And get me some clamps on both sides. Clamp it good and tight, get a good seal. Yep, lots of fun today, lots of fun. Well, here I have a dry run. I got me a piece of paneling from Lowe's, and I've turned it around backward so I can have a smooth surface. And I found me some wallpaper that's somewhat close that I will cover it with. So I got a nice, pretty clean cut here, I think. That should work out pretty well. And you can see here, I'll get this off, show you what it looks like cleaned up. Okay, here it is, fairly cleaned up. Got all the loose material out of there. Put a fan on it all night long, got everything dried out. Now I gotta see about getting it glued back on there. I got some good spray adhesive that should work well. You know, to get the aluminum to bond to the paneling. I may scratch up this surface, so that'll probably be a good idea. And seeing I have the window out, I might put me some boards in here and some big long clamps and clamp it up to put pressure on it. So there it is before it goes on. So we'll just see how it's going to turn out. A little more work though. Here's my strategy. So I got my piece of paneling up here, and I got my spray glue right here somewhere. So I'm just doing a dry run and getting a plan on how I'm going to get this clamped in place. So I got me some boards I've cut out, got my electrical, so I'll put this big old clamp. I got 4 of these things, and drop them down in here so I can clamp all this up real well. Fortunately, I got my situation is I got the window out, so I can drop the clamp down in here and do this. So that does make it a little easier to get a good squeeze on this. And I got my wires running through on this board and all that, so I get a good tight squeeze and let it cure and get that part done so I can get this window in before the bad weather comes rolling in. Alright, so let's get some glue out. Okay, it's glue time. This is the stuff I got. RV place recommended, a local RV repair shop. This is what they use. So this is what I'm going to try. Put it on there and let it tack up. put my board on, clamp it, and see how it works. Got everything all taped off, ready to spray. So here's my clamping. All clamped up. We'll let it dry for a couple of days. Unclamp it, see how it does. Hopefully that'll make a good repair. Thought I'd show you the outside view. This is what the clamps look like from the outside. I put the boards and squeeze that all in place. It's been drying now about 12 hours. I'll leave it there for a while longer and we'll take it apart and see how it does. Well, I think it's been 48 hours. I believe I left it on there, let it took all my clamps off, and it looks like it's going to hold. It seems really strong and turned out pretty well. I'm going to get me some, I got some, I'm going to run me a bead of clear silicone down here just to tighten things up, tighten up the gaps. And I got me some wallpaper that'll sort of closely match, I believe. Most of this is going to be hid anyway. Time you get the little wooden, where's it at? I've lost everything around here. Time I got the little wooden shelf put up here in the chair, and Sherry has a little garbage can sitting here. So most all of it's hidden, but at least everything's dry and secure and tight. So let's try to find some wallpaper and get that attached. I'm standing up. I'll show you what a disaster this poor RV is. I hope my wife don't see this video. Yeah, she don't care for my projects. Just look at this thing. From one end to the other. It just looks like a bomb went off. Just windows out of it and everything. Wires hanging out. Yep, it is quite the mess. But I'll eventually get it all put back together. Okay, getting close to wallpaper time. I put me a bead of clear silicone, sealant all along the bottom, along the top here. Got it sealed in good and fixing to wipe on wallpaper. Never done that before, but good day to learn, I guess. Okay, I'd say that looks quite a bit better. Got the wallpaper on there, and it doesn't match perfectly, but it does a pretty good job. I like it pretty well. Now I just got to get my window put in and put my little board that goes back in here, get all that dressed up. Almost got it whooped. I guess we'll call this job completed. Got all the rot removed, new paneling in there, and glued in place, clamped in place, everything's good and dry. And now I'll get on to the next project of setting in the glass, the window frame, maybe tomorrow.